Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga.
Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you are new here, please click the subscribe button, and if you are a returning viewer, you are more than welcome. So today I thought of doing something new, so what I will be doing in this YouTube channel of mine, I will be sharing with you some techniques or tips that I have used to maintain good marks in my matric. So let's start with the time management, as it is the most important thing. So you should be able to maintain your time or manage your time in order to be in a good form with your studies. So what I used to do in matric, I would divide my 24 hours, like obviously we have 24 hours a day, so I would divide my 24 hours into 5 segments or 4 segments. So what I would do, I would wake up at 2 a.m. and study up until 6 a.m. and then take a break. After that, I would study again around 8 a.m. up until 12, and then take another break, and then come back to study from 1 p.m. up until 5 p.m. and take a break, and then lastly I would come back around 6 to study up until 10, and then after 10 I would go sleep. So I used to do that every day, especially when we are preparing for upcoming exams. So I would do that every day, weekdays and also weekends. So what I used to do in between those 4 hours, I would study for 45 minutes, and then after 45 minutes I would take a short break and do something else, or maybe go to WhatsApp or social media, something like that. But I didn't like to go on social media, so what I would do, I would just play a video game, which is I love to play Dream League. So I would play a Dream League, which is the football video game. I would play it for about 10 minutes. Then after that 10 minutes I'll go back again and study for another 50 or 45 minutes. Then at 6, if I started studying at 2 a.m., at 6 a.m. I would leave everything and go take a shower and prepare for a school, because even though we were we were camping at school, we still treated every school day as normal. So we have to prepare ourselves and be presentable among other students. So when I would go and take a shower and do other things, go eat, and then come back at 8 and study again up until 1. At 1 I would take a break again, because it is a lunch time. At 12, not at 1, at 12, because it is a lunch time again. So I would go and have lunch and then come back. So, and also at 1, when I come back at my long break, which is 1 hour break, and then I would study again up until 5. So at 5 again, I'll do the same thing up until 10 p.m. And then after 10 p.m., I'll go back to where to our rooms, then to sleep, and then wake up in the following day around 2 a.m. again and go to study. And that helped me a lot comparing my grade 11 results and also my grade 12 progress. It was a huge improvement. So well, I won't talk about my grade 11 in this video, my grade 11 results. Maybe I'll do another video to explain or to talk about my performance in grade 11 and my huge improvement in matric. So the second thing that I used to do is to take note of everything that I think it is necessary or everything that I think might be examined. So what I would do, I would take note, like I would just go through my textbook, almost in textbook, when you like such as textbook such as life science. Oh, by the way, I was doing life science and agriculture, maths and physics, and Xhosa as a home language, English and also LO. So in some of the textbook of life science and agriculture, there will be that table after the cover page. I'm not sure after the cover page, but at the beginning of the after the cover page, there will be that page that has the table that has the table that has all the topics that are going to be covered and the topics that are examined in paper 1 and also in paper 2. So I would take note, I would just write down all those topics and then go through my textbook and taking notes in everything that has been taught or everything that I think would be examined. And then when I'm done, I will start studying the topics. How I will start studying the topics by taking 3 topics at a time and study and memorize, try to get them into my brain. So I will just memorize, and then when I'm done with the first 3 topics, I would move to another 3 topics. And then when I'm done, or maybe I would just say maybe I just covered 4 topics or 6 topics, and then I took a break. When I come back, I will try to recall whatever I have done or whatever I have read and whatever I try to memorize, and just to check how covered I am. And then if there's something or there's a point that I have missed, I'll just go back to my notebook and then check what I have missed. So when I have covered the whole topics, or I have studied the whole topics and memorized them all, I'll just... So by the way, I loved to study in an isolated room, or I love to isolate myself, or so especially when I'm reading studying things like agriculture, life science, home language, English. I just love to be alone, because when I'm memorizing, I'll just say it out loud or make noise. So I didn't want to disturb anyone, so I preferred to have my own space. So when I see that okay, I'm already covered with some topics, I would just, when I already covered I covered the whole topics that I was studying, then I would just take my notebook and put it far from me or distance from me, and try to when I'm done putting it far from me, I'll just imagine that I'm in a space or a classroom where I'm presenting this to someone who doesn't understand. So mind you, if you are presenting someone, something to someone who doesn't understand, you just tell them or present the whole details, and you leave nothing behind because you want them to understand the topic or what you are presenting. So to me, it will be like I'm teaching someone who doesn't know, or to someone, I'm just presenting to someone who doesn't know this topic, or what is about the topic, the topic is about. So I'll just present, and then walk around in in that classroom, walk around, try to recall, and when I walk around, everything comes back. Then I'll just recall and present whatever that I'll be doing to try to get it into my mind. When I'm done, I'll go through previous question papers, and then, by the way, previous question papers are not most, but are more important. So I'll just go to previous question papers and then answer whatever I think I know, or whatever it is there. And then if I come across the topic that I don't understand, or the question that I don't understand, I'll just go to my notebook, and then underneath where my notes ends, I'll just write extra information, and then write all the questions that I didn't understand in that question paper, and then look for the answers, and then also write for the answers. So when I come back to memorize or to revise again, I'll also come across those questions that I didn't understand, and then try to memorize them or try to understand them, so that they will stack, or they will be in my brain. Sorry. Then when I'm done with that, I'll know that okay, I'm covered. Then I will be ready for an upcoming exam, or that upcoming exam paper. So another thing, it's identifying the best student. This is the most or I might say this is one of the most important thing, and it can help you. This is why in my metric, like I would I would identify the best students in each subject. So in our science stream, or I might say in our science stream, it was only 10 of us who are doing metric and are science students. So it wasn't that hard for me to identify the best student in each subject. So I just identified the best student in my metric, and then what I would do is not like being, maybe someone would think I was comparing myself or I was competing with them. No, what I would do, I would just look at them, how much time they take to study, or how long their break is, and when also, you sometimes they would when you are studying, you will just get disturbed, you will just get disturbed. And then I would also look, when they are disturbed, how much time they take to get back to study, or do they come back study, or they just leave everything and then you see. So I would just identify it. So there was this difference, like in all four subjects, in all the four subjects, I have identified best student in all four of them. So when I study, or when I study, I make sure that I'm spending more time than they spend when they are studying. And when I'm taking a rest, I'm taking a less, so like I'm taking a short break than theirs, so that I will have more time to study. So that is what I was doing. It might sound crazy to others, but it was what I was doing and what had have helped me. Cause after doing that, and we wrote exam, I think it was June exam. I came back. Most of the four subject, which is maths, physics, life science, and agricultural science. Most of them, I was a bit higher than the top students that I was looking up to, and in others, it was just a tie. I remember in life science, I had a tie with the best students in life science, with the best student in life science, and also in agriculture. No, in agriculture, it was bit less, but in maths, I became the top student, and then in physics, I also became the top student in physics. So that's how it helped me. And then that's why I say, like, identifying the best students and their study methods, not to copy how they study, but to create your own study by looking how they study. So I made sure that I have less time, I have less break than them, and I have more time studying than them. And sometimes I remember, sometimes when I come back, there will be days most that you feel tired. So when I felt tired, and then I told myself, no, let me just today, at least the exam paper, it's maybe it's next week, and no, let me not just pressure myself, let me go take a rest. And then when I come to a bedroom, and then find them that they are not in the bedroom, and I would ask others where are they, then they will say they are studying. I'll just take my things and go back to study. Because when I have that mindset, if I'm sitting here doing nothing and they are doing something, they will be more, like, they will achieve more than what I will achieve, and I will not be able to catch up with them. So it was that thing to me, that if I let them study while I'm sitting, they will achieve more, or they will be more ahead than what I have covered, or what they will cover, it will be more than mine. So I'll just take my things and go back. Even though I'm tired, I'll just go take my things and go back to study. And then, but when I see them, they are sitting there, they are just relaxing and taking a break, I'll also be happy, because I'll go and study knowing that I'm catching up with them. So, or I'll catching up with them, or I will have more information than they are, since they are sitting there. So moving to the next, we already talked about revisiting or reviewing previous question papers, and also what else. I think let's talk about social media. So you should limit yourself in social media. So what I will do, I will only go through social media during my long break times, which is those 1 hour breaks. So that's when I will just chat with, like, go to WhatsApp or TikTok and whatever during those times, during during my break time. So that's when I'll go through all that stuff. Then, and also, the reason for me to not going through social media during my study time, I knew that social media will just disturb me. So it would just disturb me and I won't be able to focus. So when I'm studying, I'll just put my phone in focus mode, or whoever I'll be chatting to at that time, I'll tell him or her that no, now I'm going to study, so we will talk at this certain time, and then switch off my phone and then go study. Or not really switch it off, but just put in not flight mode or do not disturb, and then focus to my studies. Then another thing, limited friends. But that to me, it wasn't a challenge because I grew up without friends. So to me, my friends were just my classmate. You see, you're just my classmate, my schoolmate, people that I see at school. But at home, I had no friends. I barely had friends. I just even now, I don't have friends because I don't know, but I don't like friends, So I didn't have friends. So to me, how can I put it? There was no disturbance that was coming from friends because I didn't have friends. Yeah, so I think I'm done today. So I think I have covered everything that I wanted.
The fans let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas, mad snakes in the grass. Let a nigga know that he arrived.